Hello, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful moment. This is Dr. Nazimpour. Welcome to our YouTube channel, Simple Answer to Complex Questions. And this episode, it's so important because it's impacting all of us, sometimes at high level. Self-renewal through passion and high energy. How are we going to renew ourselves through passion and energy? We all can testify to this definitely issue, if I call it issue, that every single day, majority of us, if I don't say everybody, are complaining about low energy. And with low energy, of course, we are sluggish, we are tired, we are exhausted, our performance goes down. And so we're seeking for a solution. We're constantly trying to find something, all the remedies. Of course, we drink lots of coffee, we take things that are sugar in it. We believe that sugar and coffee, caffeine gives us a little bit of high energy. So we're just seeking an answer. Well, even that we are made of energy and everything is energy, as we discussed it before from quantum physics thinking, but it's still, we are deprived of the high energy, a good level of energy. So that's the reason that this topic is going to really hopefully benefit all of us. And I'm going to focus on the fundamentals first, and then we're going to go to very practical, everyday life tasks and things that we can do that hopefully improve our level of energy. So why the energy and passion is important? Of course, human existence is based on energy and passion. Without energy, we cannot get up in the morning and we cannot be motivated to do things that we want to do. And the majority of the time, we complain about lack of motivation. Lack of motivation, yes, there are a number of reasons that we have low motivation. But one of the reasons is low energy and lack of passion. Sometimes we don't have that clarity that we should have. Sometimes we don't know what kind of a goal that we're pursuing, or we are not clear about the goal that we're pursuing. And so there are a number of reasons for lack of motivation, low motivation. But again, one of the reasons behind the low motivation is low energy and being sluggish and tired. So that's the reason that we want to find all kinds of solution. So that's going to help us to improve our energy. So energy is essence of human existence. So that's one thing that we all know. We all gonna definitely want to find a solution for it. And today we're gonna attempt to find some solutions, and hopefully it's gonna benefit you. Number one rule is that we know that what type of the vision and mindset and perception or perspective is guiding us. We try to avoid negative thinking. And of course, we're trying to be proactive and dynamic and all of the wonderful things that everybody is teaching us, that be positive, be dynamic, be proactive. But sometimes we say, well, okay, being positive, positivism is good, but it's not giving us the answer still. Because underneath, there is something lacking. So what I'm going to suggest to everybody is that let's just kind of narrow down to two perspectives that we are following in each one of them to the degree. One perspective is, of course, we want to be dynamic, proactive, go get it, and a solution-oriented kind of a person. Sky is your limit, infinite possibilities. Come on, go, and we're going to find the answer. And we don't really see much of a negativism. We see the solution and we go for the outcome. And we know that if we seek and search and be consistent and persistent, the answer will come to us. So with that mentality, we see good things in almost everything. Nothing is bad. Everything is, has potential to be good. So we already know that dynamics behind everything, that whatever we think is bad or negative, there is something good hidden in that entity. So with that vision and the mentality from the get-go, We're gonna be energetic. We're gonna be dynamic. We're gonna be proactive. We know that if we follow the guidelines, the answer will come to us. Another perspective, which we all are familiar with, that perspective, everything is negative, or at least we see it negative. Or from the beginning of it, we start doubting, we start seeking for something negative, we start finding something that we can question it. And when we see the people, we start questioning those people, we start have negative view on them majority of time. And then basically we are not really in that mindset that I should look for the positive things, and then if I find negative, I can look at it and I can find a solution for it. And of course, in that perspective, we are sluggish, we are tired, sometimes we are egoistic, we are angry, we are frustrated, we are irritable, we are moody, we have higher tendency to be anxious and doubtful and hopeless. And that's the perspective we want to avoid. So when you look at, the broad perspective of people, a lot of people fall in that perspective. And it's going to be a lot of, gray areas that we can look at it from, from different perspective, or maybe in future we can go in detail. But I want to give you a broad perspective that what we want to do in order to have higher level of energy, fundamentally, we need to apply the first perspective, flow like a river perspective, and sky is your limit. And knowing that the answer will come to us. So with that vision that we put in forehead of everything that we do, then from the get-go, we're going to be dynamic, we're going to be hopeful. We're going to say, no, I'm going to find the answer. Come on. If you look at the people throughout the history, and we can name so many, and I'm sure you know so many people that even in your present time and life, they're full of energy, they're dynamic, they're go-getter kind of people. We can go through, Dalai Lama as, a spiritual leader, Nelson Mandela. We can go to President Reagan. We can go to the President Bush, both of the President Bush, father and son. We can go to President Clinton. We can go to President Obama. We can go to Bill Gates. We can go to Steve Jobs. And we can go on and find so many people that these people were high energy, high achiever people. They created, life that guided with the passion and high energy. So these people have been driven by, I can do it, I'm going to make it happen. And with that, belief and faith, I'm going to emphasize on faith, belief and faith, they were able to achieve all the exciting, interesting, fascinating things. So if I really summarize one thing that is kind of included almost everything in it, secret of passion is purposeful life. So this discussion is going to guide us to purposeful life. In order to be passionate and have high energy, we need to form a purposeful life. What is your purpose? What kind of purposeful life you're following? And we all should have a purposeful life. And when you have a purposeful life, that's another topic of discussion that we hopefully going to have in future episodes. But at this point, for the sake of time, form your purposeful life and have purpose in your life. And then the passion comes much, much easier. Energy comes much, much easier. So from that fundamentals that we established, now we want to go to more detail. Have clarity. Who am I? Who I want to become? And with that type of thinking that we might put in our forehead, who am I, who I want to become, then we're going to form goals. And the goals are going to be very detailed. People who have goals for everything that they do, they're going to have a higher level of energy. Personal goals, professional goals, goals for relationships, spiritual goals, all kind of goals, and it should be detailed, and we should be able to achieve it. We don't want to just set goals. Goals should be achievable and measurable. We should measure it. What is my goal for today? Write them down. When you write down your goals and be realistic, then you're going to achieve it. When you achieve that goal, you're going to have a higher level of energy. From the beginning that you write down your goals, the energy is going to come to you. And when you achieve it, you're going to have higher level of energy and happiness and joy. So that's the one thing that we should really absolutely put in our daily life in order to have the high energy and renew ourselves from sluggishness. Number 3, if I say number 3, it's so important we go through the healing from our past. We all are wounded. We all have emotional wounds. The reason that sometimes we're losing energy and we don't have that passionate life that we want to have, because we're still unconsciously carrying emotional wounds of the past. We're still in our daydreams every day. We're thinking about what happened to us from the childhood, from the probably relationships that we've been in it, from the people that we work for and work with, and how they did or what they did to us supposedly. So we have constant memories of the past, wounds. We need to forgive, move on, and heal ourselves from the definitely emotional wounds of the past. That's so important. We need to be conscious of that, and not to let it continue come to the surface and continue taking energy from us. Constantly taking energy from us. And it's unconscious. The difficulties of it is that it's unconscious sometimes. We need to bring it to the consciousness, pay attention to it. When it comes to your mind, confront it. And make sure that they're not going to play a negative role and lowering your energy. Number 4 is simplicity. We need to create a simple life. It doesn't mean that we don't really go and achieve things that we want to achieve. It means that don't make things complicated. If you want to go to a dinner with your spouse and friends and family, just pick a place that we all agree to go to, and find something in that menu, and don't make it complicated. Buying the furniture, buying things that you want to buy. You know exactly what you want to buy, and you know your budget, and you know your desire and needs, and then go ahead and do it. So even with the dealing with people, even with traffic, even things that people say to us that might not be pleasant, make it simple. Move on. So don't make it complicated. So we want to design the life is based on simplicity, not complications. We got enough time to spend on complex issues. And then that's okay, that because some of the issues that we have, some of the things that we need to focus on, they're complex and need a lot of attentions. But simple things should be considered simple. Another thing I want to really focus on, which is going to be important, and it's going to be more detailed, planning for the high level of energy. Day by day, hour by hour, as we always talk about that. A successful life, an energetic and passionate life, is a life that goes hour by hour. And the hour by hour is going to be that daily life and what we're going to do every day so we can improve the energy. One of the main things is that, of course, get up early in the morning. A lot of us were not morning people. I wasn't a morning person. I still try so hard to wake up 5:30 or 6 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes we consider that I'm not a morning person, but I think if you practice, if you see the benefit of getting up early in the morning, the calmness, the peacefulness, the time that you have, that you can, prepare yourself for the day, you can have, this calmness. You can do the things that you want to do and you don't have to rush. And it's so serene and so beautiful and so spiritually in touch with your body and mind because of the way that nature designed. Morning time is calmness, peace, and harmony. And that's the time that we really want to connect to ourselves. We want to meditate. We want to reflect. And so we want to plan our day in a calmness and peacefulness. So in order to get up early in the morning, so we need to go to bed early. It doesn't mean that we're going to go to bed 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock at night. Well, some people do. But I think, relatively speaking, we should go to bed early. And we shouldn't eat after 7:30 p.m. And we should eat something light, because the body should not go through the night and try to digest the heavy food that we ate. So plan your daily life, plan your lifestyle the way that you can implement these rules and guidelines. It's so important. Eating become another important part of the daily life. Fasting. For me, Monday is my fasting day. I fast. You can eat some fruits, some vegetables, fresh fruit juice, that's fine. Water, that's fine. But give your body a break. And the eating is going to become important. We don't want to eat heavy meal. Some people, eat meat. I rather than prefer not to eat red meat, of course, But some people don't eat meat. That's perfectly fine. That's your choice. That's your personal choice. But eat, light. Give your body a break. A small portion, low carb, low fat, lots of water. Water. I'm going to emphasize on water. Of course, we don't want to drink soda and sugary kind of drinks. So definitely water would be one drink that we should drink it throughout the day. And that's going to be, healing your body, cleansing your body, gives you energy. Water is a source of energy, and absolutely it's going to be one of those things that easily is available to us, and we can give it to our body and let the body enjoy that calmness. Exercise. No excuse that I don't have time. We all can find time. It's the self-care and definitely taking care of yourself. 3 to 4 times a week is a must. 5 times or 6 times a week is wonderful. Doesn't have to be long hours. Half an hour, 1 hour a day, that's going to do it. And exercise, cardio is one thing, but we got to really do the muscle work. We should do cardio and should emphasize and focus on muscle work. You know why? And I'm not going to go in detail how important is that to do muscle work. So that's another thing that I want to really focus on, that as a self-care, daily self-care. Napping, short naps, if you can. If you cannot do, that's okay. But if you can have maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes of nap, that would be perfect. That would be wonderful. Even if you close your eyes and let your brain calm down and let your brain relax. That might be a self-meditation. You can meditate and then you can doze off. And have a few minutes of napping is going to be wonderful for your brain. It's going to help your body to calm down, and it's going to renew your energy. Caring for others. Take care of others. Do the community work. Help other people. Give to other people. Contribute to broader cause. When we are so consumed with ourselves, we're thinking that we have higher level of energy because we are focusing on ourselves. Me is not going to be a best source of creating energy. Yes, we want to have a self-care and taking care of ourselves. That's perfectly fine. But we want to really get out of ourselves and help other people. Be considerate of other people's needs. And that's going to give us the joyfulness, happiness, and definitely high passion and high energy. Have fun time. Create a fun time. We are so much on the go and do that we don't create a fun time. We always say, I don't have time. I'm pressed for time. Or either we are sluggish and tired and watching, different, television shows or whatever, shows that we watch. Nothing wrong with that necessarily. But we don't want to be sluggish, sitting on the couch and watch something for long hours. It has its own place, but it shouldn't be the habitual life that as a kind of supposed relaxation and resting, we're right in front of the TV or computer for now, or our cell phone, and we are occupied with that. We do it as we need it, that we don't want to do it in a habitual way. It becomes an addiction, and that's take away the energy from us. We're thinking that we're occupied and we're busy but it really, really, is taking energy from us. So that's simple, but it's very practical, very to the point. We need to have a plan for it. Take off, go someplace. Every 2 weeks, every month, every 2 months. Get out of the town. 1, 2, 3 days. Be adventurous. Safely, of course. Do something fun. Do something adventurous. Do something exotic. Healthy, exotic. And give your body and mind break from the routine. Routine is good, but when routine becomes, consistent, then you're going to get exhausted. Then you're going to be tired. Then you're going to get bored. So come out of the routine. Keep the routine when we need it. Come out of the routine. And the last thing I want to emphasize on is about stress. We continuously complain about stress. I have high stress. My job is high stress. Family life is high stress. Or anything else that we consider, giving us a lot of stress. A little bit of stress, a little bit of anxiety is good. We all know that. It helps us to do things, to achieve things. But I think you can avoid stress. If you follow these guidelines, you're going to create more energy, more passion. You're going to renew yourself. And in order to really lower the stress, we need to have the plan to repair. And I mentioned all of those steps that you can do to repair yourself. If you have high stress, sometimes we cannot avoid it. That's fine. But make sure that you repair your body and your mind. Don't let it build up in you. When you let it to build up, then you're going to get angry, frustrated, irritable, moody, and unpleasant. And of course, the energy is not going to be there. Passion is not going to be there. It's not going to be, pleasant for us and pleasant for other people that they know us. So let's follow those basic steps. Renew yourself through the high energy, through the passion, and life will be changed for better. And we're going to go to the basics, and we're going to connect to the source. We are energy. Connect to the source that is energy, and continue your connection to the source with the high energy. Thank you, and I'm glad that you spent time to watch this section. And look forward to see you again. Have a wonderful moment. Thank you.